Welcome to Pager Talk. I am Todd Holman. I know it's been a little while since I have posted a new video, but we had a few things going on in our home of a personal matter that took priority over making some videos, but I am back. Today's video, I am going to be focusing on Virginians. But I would also challenge anyone else living in any other state or have their vehicle registered in another state, check out your DMV fees. So last year, bought a new vehicle, bought a 2020 Hyundai Ioniq that gets probably a combined fuel mileage of roughly 58 miles per gallon. Did that because driving 74 miles each way to and from work was getting very expensive in my Dodge Ram. So why not get something that's going to be a little bit more affordable, right? Not only am I going to be spending less in gas, but maybe be a little bit more ecologically friendly. But nonetheless, another thing that I had done last year was I had gotten disabled veteran plates for my car because I am 100% permanent total through the VA. And here in the Commonwealth of Virginia, that means I do not have to pay vehicle registration fees or vehicle personal property tax on that vehicle as long as I have it, or as long as I have it registered as the disabled veteran plates. So I thought to myself, well, hey, I'm going to do something that I've never done before, and I'm going to get a personalized plate. What heck not? Splurge a little bit. $10 a year doesn't sound too bad. So the $10 a year, that would be aside from any other fees that are waived. So this year it came time to re-register my vehicle, and I thought to myself, hey, you know what? I'm going to re-register it for 3 years. So 3 years, why the heck not, right? And then when I went to go pay, hit the 3 years, went on to the next screen, $216. Which really just threw me for a loop. It should have been $30. So $10 for 3 years, for per year for 3 years, $30. I expect a little bit more taxes, etc., but not a total of $216. So where did that extra $62 per year come from? Well, called up DMV, surprise, surprise, their computer system was down, but they did actually call me back the next day. I was very surprised, and I asked them about this. I said, hey, what's going on here? They're like, well, you know what, maybe someone entered it wrong into the computer. Let's get that fixed. And they looked up, and I said, nope, everything's entered right. And I was trying to figure out, how is that? They're like, well, you're not paying any registration. What you're paying is the highway usage fee. It's the highway usage fee. What the heck is that? Well, so they directed me to their website to look up the Virginia vehicle codes. And sure enough, right there on their website. Matter of fact, if you just go and Google Virginia highway usage fee, the very first thing that's going to pop up is a link straight to the DMV website explaining what the highway usage fee is. I'm going to give you a couple little snippets. The purpose of the highway usage fee is to ensure a more fair contribution to the Commonwealth Transportation Fund from fuel-efficient and electric vehicles using highways in the Commonwealth. Effective July 1st, 2020, it will be updated on a yearly basis. Okay. Fuel-efficient vehicles that have a combined fuel economy of 25 miles per gallon or greater are the target. Okay. So there is this fee for vehicles that get 25 miles per gallon combined or greater. So if you have an older vehicle, a gas guzzler, a truck with a Hemi like I do, then you're not paying this highway usage fee. The fuel tax rate at the time the vehicle is registered and the average number of miles traveled by a passenger vehicle in Virginia is how these fees are calculated. All right. So first off, I want to know how they get this average number of miles traveled by a passenger vehicle in Virginia. I know I'm not required to report my annual mileage on my vehicle to the state of Virginia or to the DMV. They don't ask this. Electric vehicles are required to pay a fixed rate of $109 a year. Why? Because electric vehicles, such as Teslas, do not use fuel. That's right. $109 on top of your regular registration fees per year. The following are exempt. Vehicles with a combined mileage per gallon rating less than 25 miles per gallon. All right. So my truck with 5.7 Hemi does not fall in the 25 miles per gallon or greater, so I don't have to pay a fee. Autocycles, motorcycles, mopeds, vehicles with a gross weight greater than 10,000 pounds, a vehicle that is owned by a government entity, or a vehicle registered under the International Registration Plan, or IPR. Oh, and by the way, that if you ever get a refund of your registration fees, because there's times you can get refunds for your registration fees, such as if you move out of the state, let's say you just register your vehicle, you move out of the state, you go register in another state, and let's say you only lived in Virginia for 3 months after your registration fee, you can actually apply for a refund of your registration fees. Well, guess what? That highway usage fee, now it's gone forever. All right. So me being, thinking to myself, I need to save some money paying for fuel. Got myself 2020 Hyundai Ioniq, and now I'm paying more for it. Just absolutely ridiculous. So, part of this whole thing is, pay attention to, what your state legislators are doing. Not just our federal government. Make sure you know what your governor is doing. Make sure you know what your state legislators are doing. Because this was signed and passed and everything without fanfare. So, and what was put out was somewhat, low key. I did find a I'll say printed article, even though it's on the internet. It was not a video, so it wasn't a video from the news, but it did come from the Richmond NBC 12 website. Came out, if I recall, I think it was June of last year. As part of a package of the new transportation laws passed by General Assembly and signed into law by Governor Ralph Northam this year, being last year, you can expect lower vehicle registration fees in the future. Yes! Alright, so they kind of sell it, right? Hey, we're doing you a favor. We're lowering your registration fees. Oh, by how much? By at least $10. Alright? Oh, okay, well, in some cases, that $10, if you're registering your vehicle for 3 years, you just saved yourself $30, right? Because you're paying less on registration fees. But what they don't tell you is that there's this other fee on top of that, right? And where do our fees go? The transportation package was meant to create sustainable funding for transit, rails, and roads, invest in systemic safety improvements, and support a multimodal system in Virginia. All right, Virginians, the last time you were driving down the road and you didn't rattle loose some fillings. If you didn't, then they just fixed the road, but it doesn't matter because by next season it's going to be all crap again anyway because they go through real quick, just do quick fixes and move on. The package also comes with an increase of the statewide gas tax by 5 cents in 2020 and then another 5 cents in 2021, as well as a new highway use fee. All right, folks. So in the last year, our gas taxes here in Virginia were raised a total of 10 cents per gallon. 10 cents per gallon. That's just the state taxes, not to mention the federal taxes that have been going on this calendar year. All right. Speaker of the House of Delegates, Eileen Fillercorn, said, "I am proud that by passing this important legislation, we have made our roads safer and created a sustainable transportation funding structure, all while lowering vehicle registration fees so Virginians can keep more of their hard-earned money. These measures are more critical now than ever as we move into the Commonwealth's economic recovery from COVID-19 pandemic and build our shared future together." Bullcrap. And by the way, since I just said COVID-19, I'm going to get tagged with a CDC tag, so sorry about that. But it's very interesting how they said that they're going to cut, right? They're going to cut these fees by, registration fees by $10, but then they're going to put $62 on top of that. So really, we're paying $50 more. $52 more, not less. How is that saving us money? I went on Governor Northam's Facebook page, and I blasted him on there with this. I also went on to Glenn Youngkin's page because he is the Republican that's running for governor this year, and I put it on his page. Haven't seen anything from either one of them. Haven't even gotten any weird posts from other people either saying, "Oh, you don't understand," whatever. So the new package of laws also implements a new highway use fee, which is expected to be $19 in year one for most vehicles on the road. So, according to this, they cut $10 to add $19, which means that we're paying $9 more. But that's bull, because I just paid $62 for this highway usage fee. So maybe last year I paid $19. Maybe? I'd have to look it up. But I paid $62 this year. That's bull. So, I challenge you, go look this stuff up for your state. Go look it up for this state. Like I said, highway usage fee. If you are looking for a Virginia code, that's Virginia code 46.2-770, 46.2-771, and 46.2-772. I challenge you to go look it up, folks. Go look up your own state if you don't live here. And you know what? Don't forget to like this video. Also, if you haven't done it yet, if you haven't hit subscribe, go and hit subscribe and then smash that bell, as my daughter always says. That way you are notified whenever I post a new video. And always, thank you for taking a few minutes to listen. And remember to stand up, speak out, and be strong. You're still here? Well, if you're here, you might as well watch a couple more of my videos. Why don't you go ahead and check out term limits or even unemployment? And if you haven't already, hit subscribe. Yeah.